want to introduce you to Miss, well, I'm not going to say her name, I'll let her give you her name. But she's a first grade teacher. She's sweet, silly, but you'll soon find that she's a bit ridiculous, okay? So if she offends you, please don't take it out on me or my channel, because, well, you'll see. Okay, let me go get her. Hi. My name is Miss Ticklefeather, and I teach grade 1 here at this lovely establishment, my elementary school. My first graders are getting ready to finish the school year. Yes, it's hard to say goodbye, but usually my first stop is the convenience store where I get a box of wine and I celebrate. It's wonderful. Sometimes I do it alone, and sometimes I gather with the girls, the other teachers, but I don't know what I'm going to do this year. So I was looking at some other YouTube channels because Sally D was telling me that she does YouTube. She invited me to be on her show here. But in first grade, the children extend on learning to read, because if you are a kindergartner, you should read fluently, easy sentences, especially if you come from Sally D's class. Her kids all knew their sight words and words to read and punctuation and proper English. They don't say, Mrs. D, may I, they say, Mrs. D, may I go to the restroom. They don't say, I go to the restroom. Okay? Even when she was teaching the children from Mexico, she taught them proper English. Now, I'm sure the majority of you understand what I mean when I say proper English. Okay? Proper English is not double negatives. Me not wanna stop, whatever. I can't even speak in proper English because it's so ridiculous to me. But, oh, here's a parent. Hold on. I'm sorry for that interruption. It was a parent coming in for the after school party that we're going to have. And I sent the newsletter home, but it's probably in the bottom of their child's book bag. You know, I spend a lot of time writing those newsletters. And when my kids were in school, I loved to look for that newsletter on Wednesdays, telling me what was coming up, what they did in the past. I was always prepared. I had my calendar ready to write down those dates. But some of these parents, they just leave it in the bottom of the book bag. And then they say they didn't know. Well, when they miss their conference, for the conference sheet that's in the bottom of their book bag, and when they find out that their child is being held back, they should have known that months ago. But they need to look in the bottom of their child's book bag, which is probably sticky and juices from their lunchbox. It happens to all of us. But they say they didn't know they had a conference. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was Sally D had told me about these YouTubers, and there's some called gurus. What that is, I don't know. Maybe I'm a teacher guru. You think is that a guru? Like a really wonderful teacher that's on top of her line with a lot of years of experience. I don't know, maybe I am a guru. So I saw some of these channels, and I'm not expecting everyone to talk like an upper class citizen, but if you're living in America and you were born in America, do you not think that you could speak proper English or have proper grammar when you're titling your videos? I see misspelled words, or me and Dolly are doing this today. Well, first of all, that's improper because you should never put yourself first. You should always put the other person first. So, Dolly and I went to the zoo, not me and Dolly went to the zoo. I mean, my first graders know that. Even before they came to first grade, Mrs. Davis taught them that. They know pronouns, they know adjectives. I mean, some of you, do you even know what an adjective is? Huh? This is crazy. But I see improper grammar. I see misspelled words. I mean, words that are so kindergarten. And these are like 30-year-olds who don't even know how to spell. Where did you go to school? And did you pay attention when you were in school? Especially grammar school? Oh, Lordy, I just don't know. I mean, I am a wonderful, happy person. But when I see that, as you can see, I'm a little irritated. I mean, how does that represent America if you can't even speak the language of the country you're from? I mean, think about it, people. I'm trying to think some of the other things that I saw that just irritated me. People don't know the difference between there, and there. There, and there. I went over there. T-H-E-R-E. That is their house. T-H-E-I-R. And they're coming over for dinner. T-H-E-Y''R-E. Which is a contraction for they are. If you don't know how to use it, don't. Because you're making yourself look ridiculous. People call me ridiculous, but if you don't know how to spell a word or the proper grammar for it, look it up. It's called a dictionary. Okay, Sally D, I will be off in a minute. I'm not yelling at the people. I'm just telling them that they're making themselves look like fools. I'm not telling them they need to talk like an upper class citizen, or, you know, I'm not saying they're from the gutter or something, which there's nothing wrong with coming from the gutter. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. But if you're putting it on the internet, try to look like you know what you're talking about if you want people to take seriously. Just because you have millions of followers or subs or whatever they're called on your YouTube channel, just because you have that doesn't mean that you're smart. Okay? Why don't you have your little million subs and be smart? Maybe you could take some of that money and go back to school for a grammar school English class. You think? Okay, well, I'm sorry that I was rude or ignorant, but I'm going to let you go now. Sally D's waving me out. So, this is her classroom. She just came to visit because, you know, she's retired. I don't think she should be. She doesn't either, but they kind of booted her out because she got hurt. Her back. She can't run after the kids as much. So, yeah. Catholic schools, they just don't pay. So, I would love to be her and just sit around all day. Because I think that's what she does. She just sits around all day. I know you do your videos and your decluttering crap. Whatever. Yeah, I know you cook. your cooking channel too with your husband. Sally Ann D's Reality. And she has Sally D's Reality. Sally Ann D's Reality is the cooking channel. Yeah. You know, they've been married 40 years, and she thinks she knows everything about marriage, but, you know, she doesn't. I mean, I've been married 4 times, but I think I know more about marriage because I have more experience with different people. She's only been with one person. So how much experience does she have? I mean, think about it. But, okay, she's telling me to leave. Okay, well, thank you very much. Again, my name is Miss, remember, it's Miss, not Mrs. Miss Ticklefeather. And I am just so honored to be on Sally D's show. And again, I'm sorry if I was a little harsh on you uneducated Americans, but pay attention in school. Those of you that are younger, pay attention, because you don't want to walk around and talk like that. You want to be up the corporate ladder, but you can't go into a interview saying, "Me want to go to your darn office. I want to work in this here place. What's up with this place?" You know, you don't want to talk like that. You want to know how to write a proper sentence on your resume. I know, I was saying goodbye. Okay, Sally, jeez. All right. Again, this is Miss Ticklefeather. Get that right, tickle and feather. Okay, so I teach grade 1 for now. I think they might be moving me on up because I get a little ignorant with the children. But, okay, so love ya. Bye-bye.